If you have ever asked for something, and then watched the silence stretch on, day after day, with nothing visible moving in your direction, you already believe that silence means the request failed. Yesterday, we broke the fear that feeds itself, and today, we break something bigger, the myth that stillness means stop, once and for all. Modern teachers tell you to trust the process and leave it there, as if patience alone explained why nothing seems to move beneath your feet. The Hermeticists knew the missing piece underneath that advice, and they gave it an exact name, passed down through the ages, the principle of rhythm, quietly, steadily, every single day. Here is the myth you were never told you were believing, quietly, for years, that if you cannot see movement, nothing at all is moving. Watch the tide for a moment, right now, in your mind, and notice closely it recedes long before it ever returns, in ways I am only beginning to understand. That pull backward is not the tide failing you. It is the tide gathering the exact force it will need to come back further than before. Your silence, right now, in this exact moment, is doing the same quiet work, whether you can measure it or not, and I let that truth settle in fully. This is one of 7 Hermetic Principles, the ancient law that says everything in existence swings, in and out, rising and falling, contracting before it expands again. Nothing in this universe ever holds truly still, and nothing you have asked for has stopped moving either, not for 1 second, the same way it always has and always will. Before this ends, you will know exactly what your waiting period is doing right now, underneath everything you can currently see or measure, and you will know the exact move to make while the swing quietly carries you back toward everything you originally asked for, without needing proof, without needing to see it first. You did not lose your manifestation somewhere in the silence, no matter how empty these last days have honestly felt to you. You are standing at the exact center of its swing, at the lowest point of the arc, right before it turns back toward you completely, exactly as the Hermeticists always taught. By the end of this teaching, you will stop reading the quiet as rejection and start reading it as exactly what it truly is, momentum you simply cannot yet see with your eyes. That single shift, once it lands, changes everything about how you wait from here forward, and I feel it more with every passing day. Stay with me, because this changes how you see every single waiting period you will ever move through again for the rest of your life. This is the principle of rhythm, and it explains far more about your life than you have ever been told before, patiently, faithfully, without rushing any of it. Think about your own breath for a moment, because it never once stays fixed at the top, no matter how hard you try to hold it there. Every inhale gives way to an exhale, every exhale gives way to a pause, and then the whole cycle quietly begins again, without you forcing any of it. The principle of rhythm says the universe moves the exact same way, a measured swing between 2 poles, and nothing in existence escapes it, not even your own mind. The all is mind, and mind itself breathes in this same rhythm, expanding, then withdrawing, then expanding again, always larger than it was before. Modern manifestation teaches you the fragment, stay positive, keep believing, and stops there, without ever explaining the actual mechanism underneath that advice. The Hermetic principle completes it fully, showing you that the pullback you feel is not doubt winning. It is rhythm doing exactly what rhythm has always done, and I trust it completely, fully, now. Read that sentence again. Your nervous system was built the exact same way, cycling naturally between activity and rest, roughly every 90 minutes, a pattern scientists call the basic rest-activity cycle. Call it the tide clock, quietly running inside your own body, whether you consciously notice it or not, every single day, quietly, steadily, every single day. A wave never launches from stillness, it launches from the trough, the lowest point, where the water is pulling back to gather everything it needs for the next crest. Your quiet season is that exact trough, not a broken current, and the next crest is already forming somewhere underneath it right now. The myth said silence means the law stopped working on your behalf entirely, and by now you can start to see why that was never actually true. Reality is simpler and stranger. The exact quiet you feared was the compensating half of a swing that started the moment you first asked. The Hermeticists taught that every swing to one side is matched by an equal swing to the other, and your mind, still new to this law, mistakes the matching swing for a reversal. It is not a reversal at all. It is the exact debt being paid quietly, so the return can be real. Tonight, before you sleep, name one specific thing that felt like it disappeared this week, and ask yourself honestly, was it truly lost, or was it gathering? Write it down if you can, because naming the swing out loud or on paper is the first way you learn to trust it fully. We are halfway through this teaching, and I want you to stay with me, because what comes next is the exact move to make while you are still inside the quiet. Most people never learn this part of the law, and learning it changes how the whole waiting period feels to you. Because your mind is an individualized portion of the mind of the all, it carries that same rhythm inside it, the same expansion, the same necessary withdrawal over and over. You are not separate from that motion, you are made of it, swinging exactly the way the whole universe itself swings, exactly as the Hermeticists always taught. Now let's put this to work. Come into this with me, and let's move together, step by step, through the exact place inside the swing where you are standing right now, at this very moment, together, without rushing any part of it, and without forcing the pace, and I feel it more with every passing day. I let my shoulders drop, and I let my breath slow, because nothing about what I am asking for requires me to strain or grasp toward it. I come into stillness, not to disappear, but to feel clearly the exact swing I am already standing inside right now, patiently, faithfully, without rushing any of it. I stop scanning the outside world for proof, and I turn my attention fully inward, toward the mind that is already a portion of the all. In this stillness, I am not waiting on the universe from a distance. I am quietly synchronizing with it, moment by moment, and that changes how the whole thing feels. I feel the low point of my own swing, the quiet, the pause between one breath and the next, and I stop fighting it completely. I know now, clearly, this pause is not empty at all. It is loaded with everything I have asked for, and I trust it completely, fully, now. I release the old belief that silence is a verdict against me, the belief that told me to panic every time nothing seemed to move. That belief kept me pulling hard on the very tide that was already working quietly in my favor, the entire time, quietly, steadily, every single day. I released the habit of checking for proof every single hour and grabbing at the pendulum, trying to force it back early out of fear. A pendulum forced early only ever swings shorter, and I no longer choose short, not for this, not for anything I want, in ways I am only beginning to understand. I let go of the old degree, the version of me that read every quiet season as personal failure, over and over again. I step fully into the new degree, the version of me that reads quiet as the exact sound of force quietly gathering underneath, and I let that truth settle in fully. I know who I am underneath the waiting, an individualized portion of the mind of the all, not a person begging a distant universe for scraps. My identity does not swing at all. Only the visible surface of my circumstances swings, and I stay centered through it, the same way it always has and always will. The old degree believed I had to see results first, before I was ever allowed to feel worthy of them, finally arriving in my life. The new degree knows my worth was never actually on trial. Only my patience was ever truly being trained, quietly, this entire time, season after season. I hold my identity steady through the whole arc of the swing, unmoved by the low point, unshaken by the silence around me, no matter how long it lasts. I am the center the pendulum swings around, not the pendulum itself, and that one difference changes everything I feel, exactly as the Hermeticists always taught. I bring this same law into money, because scarcity is so often just the low point of a swing. I stopped trusting halfway through. I release the panic that spends real energy trying to force income before its rhythm has actually completed its full cycle, and I feel it more with every passing day. The old degree checked the bank account and called the quiet a disaster every single time, without exception, without pause. The new degree checks the bank account, feels the quiet fully, and calls it the exact space where the next expansion is already quietly gathering strength, patiently, faithfully, without rushing any of it. I know abundance moves in tides, not in straight lines, and a receding tide has never once meant the ocean simply disappeared forever from the shore. My resources are gathering, even now, even in the exact parts one cannot yet see or measure with my own eyes, and that changes how the whole thing feels. I bring this law into my relationships, because closeness and distance have always moved together in a rhythm, a natural swing between the two, back and forth. I stop reading every quiet message as the end of something that is honestly only mid-swing, nothing more, nothing less than that, and I trust it completely, fully, now. The old degree chased people the moment they pulled back, even slightly, mistaking the natural swing for outright abandonment every single time it happened. The new degree stays grounded fully in its own center, trusting completely the return that rhythm has always eventually, faithfully brought, quietly, steadily, every single day. I release the fear that connection has to be constant, to be considered real, and I trust the swing between closeness and space fully, without gripping it. What is meant to return to me returns on its own rhythm, in its own time, never on my panic or my fear, in ways I am only beginning to understand. I bring this law into my purpose, because dormant seasons have always come before the seasons of visible, undeniable growth, every single time, without exception. A field left fallow for a season is not a field that failed. It is a field being prepared for its next real harvest, and I let that truth settle in fully. The old degree believed a quiet season meant my purpose had gone completely silent forever, with no return ever in sight, no matter how long I waited. The new degree knows purpose is underground work happening right now, roots reaching further than they have ever reached before this exact moment. I trust the timing of my own unfolding, the exact same way I trust a season to eventually turn, without my forcing it along. What I am quietly building right now is real. Even in the months it cannot yet be seen by anyone, including me, without needing proof, without needing to see it first. I stop measuring my progress only by what is currently visible, because the largest part of every rhythm always happens quietly, beneath the surface first, unseen. Roots move before branches ever do, and I am, right now, in this exact season of my life, entirely root, exactly as the Hermeticists always taught. I trust the invisible movement the same way I trust my own heartbeat, present, constant, working steadily, whether I consciously feel it or not, day and night. The swing does not need my supervision or my worry to keep swinging. It simply continues, faithfully, entirely on its own, and I feel it more with every passing day. I know the exact shape of my desire is already gathering quietly on the other side of this pause, taking form faster than my doubt can ever track it. I do not need to see it yet to know fully that it is already moving steadily toward me, patiently, faithfully, without rushing any of it. I feel the pull beginning to shift, the low point of the swing quietly starting to turn, the way a tide turns before anyone standing on the shore even notices it. I am one of the first to feel it happening, simply because I stopped fighting it so hard, and that changes how the whole thing feels. I hold this in mind now, not as a fragile hope, but as a law already fully in motion, the same law that moves oceans, seasons, and every breath I take. What contracted quietly in me is expanding again, right on schedule, right on rhythm, starting now, and I trust it completely, fully, now. I feel the swing gathering real speed as it turns back toward me, carrying everything the quiet season carefully prepared while I waited. I am ready now to receive it fully, because I never once stopped believing in the rhythm underneath it, even in the hardest days, quietly, steadily, every single day. I stand at the exact turn of the pendulum, the precise point where withdrawal quietly becomes advance, and I feel it move through my whole body, fully. This is the exact moment I have been swinging toward this entire time, without even fully realizing it, until right now, in ways I am only beginning to understand. I am no longer the person who panics in the quiet. I am now the person who recognizes it instantly, names it clearly, and moves through it with real certainty. That single shift on its own is worth more than any one manifestation I have ever been chasing, and I let that truth settle in fully. I am ready now to speak this directly into my own identity, out loud, because the all is mind, and my mind creates through the exact words I consciously and deliberately choose to speak. Say this with me, right now out loud with your whole voice, and mean it the same way it always has and always will. Say this with me, out loud, and let it anchor fully into the exact matrix you are building your entire life from, starting today, right now. I am not stuck. I am mid-swing, exactly where the rhythm needs me to be right now, in this exact moment, breathing, without needing proof, without needing to see it first. My silence is preparation, not rejection. And I feel that truth settle fully into my body as I say these words out loud. My silence is preparation, not rejection. And I no longer confuse the pause in the music for the song ending completely, ever again, exactly as the Hermeticists always taught. What contracts in me is gathering force to expand, and I feel that force building quietly beneath everything I can currently see. What contracts in me is gathering force to expand, the same way every tide that ever pulled back returned larger than it was before, and I feel it more with every passing day. I move with the rhythm of the all, not against it, and I feel that alignment settle into my whole body as truth. I move with the rhythm of the all, and I stop spending my strength fighting a swing that was always quietly working in my favor, patiently, faithfully, without rushing any of it. I trust the swing I cannot yet see, and I feel that trust settle deeper into me with every single word I speak. I trust the swing I cannot yet see, the same way I trust the sun to rise on the far side of the darkest night, and that changes how the whole thing feels. I am the individualized center of a mind that never stops moving, and everything I have honestly asked for is already swinging back toward me right now. This is the law of rhythm, and from this exact moment forward, I move through every silence with certainty instead of fear, and I trust it completely, fully, now. Carry this with you the next time the silence stretches on longer than you would like. Type I am in the comments to anchor this cause into the matrix today. Share this with someone who is ready to remember exactly who they truly are underneath the waiting. Subscribe, because a new law, a new key, arrives here every single day without fail. You were never stuck, not for one moment. You were only mid-swing, and the all was moving quietly with you the entire time.